Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and I am the Canmore Stitcher. I live in Canmore, Alberta, which is in the middle of the Canadian Rockies, and as you can see behind me, there is one, and that one is called the Ship's Prow. And yes, we have a lot of snow. It is November in the Canadian Rockies after all. I decided to create my channel because I've been inspired by all you guys that do the floss tubing. And honestly, you make it look so easy. It is so difficult. I got to get rid of this little button because it stops and starts my camera. And I've probably stopped and started this intro for at least 25 times. So I'm going to power through it now. It's out of my hands. And let's carry on. I just need to slow down a little bit and just be myself. So some of you will know me as the owner of Rocky Mountain Needle Minders. I also created a Facebook group called Mill Hill Cross Stitch Kits. And we are, I think, going on 8,000 strong. I know we're over 7,000. I forgot to look before starting my first floss tube here, but I'm pretty sure we're close to 8,000. And we enable each other. As you know, they come out with dozens or a lot of kits every year, and all the new ones. I mean, I just keep buying, and I just love Mill Hill Cross Stitch. I started stitching when I was a young girl. My thought process, sorry guys. So I started stitching when I was a kid, and in school, because you had to, there was like an arts and crafts or home ec or something. So I remember I came home and I asked Mom, I said, I need to do something for home ec. It was a project. And so what she did is, back in the day, you had the big X's on the cross stitch transfer patterns, and you'd get a pillowcase and she'd iron it on me, and then you would start with these big X's and you'd make flowers and stuff like that. So that was my first ever dabble into the cross stitch world. And then I started going to cross stitch stores. I built up a stash. And over the years, I've done some projects, but I took a big break from cross stitching. Life happened, a lot of moves happened for me, and I finally got back into it, probably about maybe 10 years ago or so, and where I discovered the groups on Facebook. I discovered retreats, and it's just been growing ever since for me, and I'm just loving it. And then of course I start my business, and then these Facebook groups, which a lot of fun. The other Facebook group that I started as well, if you guys are interested in joining, it's called the Leap Year Sal 2024 to 2028. I started this group because I was at a retreat in Wabanum earlier this year. Jean organizes it, and hi Jean if you're watching. And I was talking to Charlene from the Grateful Thread. And I was asking her, how does she do all her starts and organizing and everything like that? Because I just have so many things now and I need to get organized. And so she was telling me about how she does all her new starts, and like Christmas and New Year's and leap year. And then, yes, leap year. So then I ran with that idea, and I decided, instead of just doing 1 year for leap year start, I decided to do a full leap year, so 4 years for this group and this Sal. And the reason being is, many years ago, I bought a chatelaine and I bought the Serengeti. And it's still staring at me. I see it all the time, and I'm just too intimidated to start with all the specialty stitches. And so that's why I decided to create the 2024-2028 leap year Sal. Was to give me 4 years to hopefully complete my chatelaine. And at the same time, it takes the pressure off to get it done quickly, and also gives me time to enjoy all my other projects that I'm doing at the same time. So that's a Facebook group. Come join us. It starts on February 29th, and I will do another floss tube with regards to that Sal. So let's just dig in right now. I'm going to show you some of my whips. I don't have that many. I haven't gotten that much organized, but hopefully I will, and we'll be able to show you some more in other videos. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, I love Mill Hill. So I'm in the middle of doing this one. And I just got the beading left to do on that. And this one is called, it's from the Garden Gnome series. And so that's one that I'm working on. I usually take Mill Hills. I try to stitch every night. And I do work. I work now 3 days a week. This past year I've been working full time, but I'm back to my regular line. I actually work at the Addiction and Mental Health Clinic here in town, and I'm a clerk there, and I've been there, oh my goodness, it's going on 8 years, 6 years, 6 years. And prior to that, I was working at the hospital, and prior to that, I was in medical research. So that can be another FlossTube little, again, I'm gonna power through, sorry guys, okay. I'm all over the place right now. So I like to, okay, getting back. So I like to stitch every night. So usually after work, I don't like working on my full coverage because I'm too tired. And so what I'll do is I will do these little Mill Hill, and even if I just work on them for 1 hour, it just satisfies me. And also with the Mill Hill, I like bringing them on planes or when I travel. I just got back from Ottawa visiting my family, so I love stitching on the plane. Okay, I'll carry on. I think this is gonna take. Okay, the next one that I did on holiday as well, another Mill Hill. This is where I'm at on this little guy. I know it's past Halloween, but I hope to have it done for next Halloween. And it's the trilogy, the Ghost Trilogy from Mill Hill, of course. And his or her name is Eerie. That's where I'm at on Eerie. And another Mill Hill. I just started this one as well. I started a couple of them on vacation. So I'm going to show you the picture first because this one's harder to see who it is. All right, so this is the Garden Gnomes from Mill Hill. These things are so cute. I love gnomes. And here's where I'm at. Oops, sorry. Here's where I'm at. Okay, and I love beading. I just love the beading. So I love everything about the Mill Hills. I know the earlier Mill Hills, you didn't have any back stitching, but on these gnomes and stuff, you have back stitching, which is very interesting to do. All right, another whip that I think I started this, sorry, this year or last year, I can't remember. And it was at Stitch North. I brought it to Stitch North with me. Hi, Carolyn, if you're watching, Stitch North is wonderful. They've had 3 retreats now. The first one was last year in May, I believe it was, and it's in Brampton, Ontario. And this year they had 2 weekends back to back, and next year they're actually having 3. They're doing 2 weekends in April and then 1 in October, and I've been confirmed that I will be going to the 2 April ones as a vendor. All right, so this one, I just love him. And I just love that it's a rabbit and he has foxes on his sweater. It just got me. So this is where I'm at. So all I have to do now is the back stitching, and then hopefully I'll be framing him pretty soon. And this pattern is from Etsy. And let me just see who I had my notes. Now I can't find them. Why would I be able to find them? Oh my goodness, I lost my notes. Okay, I'll get back to that. I have them right here. Oh, isn't that funny? Okay, Etsy, and I think it was pattern AStitch. I can't believe I've lost my notes. Okay. Well, this is going to be a lot tougher. Okay. Sorry guys. Oh my Lord. A lot harder than what everybody thinks. I was so organized and for some reason I can't find my darn notes. Okay, I'll just carry on. Okay, let's get to some finishes. Actually, before that, let me get into some haul. And, oh my goodness, guys. I had a long list of stuff that I wanted to do shout outs and stuff too. And I have no idea what I did with my list. All right, carry on stitching, everybody, please. Let's do a haul. Okay, I'm a little lost without my notes. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna power through because I'm not starting over again. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Yes, the Etsy store is called SA Pattern, and her name, the designer is Svetlana Shishkar, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Okay, so what I did before I went away, I actually did a couple orders on 1-2-3 Stitch, and they're so reasonable. Ordering from the States, they have a $5 flat fee to Canada, which is great. I do support the 2 local LNSs that are about an hour and 15 minutes away from me, and but at times I just don't go into, well, actually I don't go into Calgary very often, and so it's a lot easier for me to order from 1-2-3 Stitch. So, and I like to spread around the economy, you know, Canada, US, Italy, Spain, and more on those purchases in videos to come. All right, so I thought this would be fun to keep and open up with you guys. So here, and I forgot what I ordered because it's been over a month ago. It might even be 2 months ago. All right, let's see. This is my first package. Oh yes, I am starting to remember. Okay, so I love owls, and I saw this cute little box on 1-2-3 Stitch. Oh my God, he's so cute. Look at that. And I opened it up. Oh, it actually comes with a little magnet. And what I like to do, I have a lot of these little guys, and they're great for travel, especially on the plane. So you put a needle minder in here and you put all your needles on, and then that way if you get turbulence, nothing's flying around when you're stitching on the airplane. So this is really, really cute. Okay. Maybe I will find my list when I'm going through all this stuff. So, oh, then I ordered these. I think the pattern is in the second package, and I can't remember. These little guys. Oh, it's from, oh, I'm pretty sure it's in the second package. It is the cutest pattern that I actually saw somewhere. I don't know if it was Facebook or I actually saw it on 1-2-3 first. I'm not sure. But these are the charms that go with it. And let's see. Yes, it is in the other. So this one, I would rather be stitching. Look how cute. I just love it. By Primrose Cottage Stitchers. I think I saw this one on FlossTube. Lindsay, the cat fur stitcher. Again, my notes, I want to give her a shout out. She hasn't done a video since July, but she's so great and just love watching her as well. So I'm pretty sure I got the idea from this from her. Okay, and then I ordered, oh, I got more below there. This is great. Yes, I think this one was from Lindsay as well on FlossTube. Again, Primrose. It's a bee theme. I love bees. And it's called Hive Rules. So I'm hoping to have a lot of starts this year, I hope. And that's why that leap year sale will take the pressure off and I can just stitch on everything that I want and not have to worry about timing. So another Primrose Cottage stitches, and Autumn Rules. I love autumn and I just love the coloring. I love earth tones, and I think this will go really great in our condo. Hopefully I'll start it this year, but who knows. But I will get organized this year, and I'm going to do a whole video on organization, because I've picked up so many tips and tricks from all the stitchers whom I've seen online, who I've met in person at stitching retreats, and this is my year to get organized. All right, of course, I cannot order anything from 123 without ordering Mill Hill. So hopefully, let's see if the glare, hopefully the glare won't be, oh, it is there. Let me take it out. So I've ordered 3 Mill Hill. All right. This one is Down Under Santa. So this is Kiwi Santa. And I just love him so much because in 2010, I actually went to New Zealand. And I have some Kiwi friends that live here in Canmore. So this is going to look great on the Christmas tree for next year. Not this year. All right. Try to keep them organized. And the next one is, this is so exciting. I forgot what I ordered. All right, here we go. A Jim Shore, and this is the Owl Gnome. Again, I've seen him stitched online, and I know any stitching pictures that you see, they're 10 times better in person. And so if you already like it, the printed one, the finished one's going to be even better. All right, I don't want to mess these up. All right, so the Ghost Trilogy. So now I showed you Eerie. And now this one is Essence. And I just love the little cat. Look at that little cat. Anyway, he's going to be really cute as well. I'm hoping one day, I've seen online some stitchers, they have the black Christmas tree, just branches, and they hang up all their Halloween Mill Hill. And again, that comes from the group, everybody enables everybody. So I'm hoping one year to have a Halloween tree. Okay, and then I ordered this for my chatelaine. So this is the Wonder Invisible Thread. And I'm going to use that for my chatelaine for all the beading. When I do the Mill Hill kits, they say to use 2 threads going into the bead. I just use 1. And I do use the colored ones, and the color ones don't bother me at all. But I think on the chatelaine, I saw in the chatelaine Facebook group, people were using this. And I think this is going to be, I think it's going to look nicer. That you just see the bead and you won't get distracted by the thread on the chatelaine. All right, that was the first haul from 123 Stitch. My second order is right here. And sorry about the glare on my glasses. If you reach a certain age, you need those glasses. I thought I never would, but I did. All right, second haul. Oh yes, okay. Oh. Okay, so here we go. Oh, and it is here. So those little charms that I showed you, these little guys, the little owl, is going to be for this one. Oh my God, I am in love with this. And let me back it up. The Cricket collection. And look at that. It is the cutest thing. I love Halloween, I love fall, I love these colors. And I think I'm gonna make this one my next start soon. Like right after Christmas or during the Christmas holidays, even though I'm gonna be working though. Look at that. Love it. Yep. A new favorite. Okay, next, what else did I get? I can't remember, honestly. So I got some scissor tips for my scissors. They're great for traveling, but not by plane, because not the big ones by plane, one big ones. You know which ones I mean. So these ones are good for when I go to my retreats with my regular embroidery scissors. And this one is when you're playing chicken with your thread. So you only have a little piece of thread left and you can't anchor it. So you just put this through your stitches and put the little chicken, I'll take it out, put the little piece of thread that's left that is shorter than a needle, and then you just bring this through back your stitches. And there we go. There. That's better. So I use this once in a while. I'm very tight with my stitches. I like to stitch right to the end. Especially when I'm doing full coverages, I would hate to run out, but I know they allot for waist. However, I just don't want to be running out on one of my full coverages. Okay, next and last for my haul for this, for 1, 2, 3 stitch. I'll take it out because of the glare. Now, what did I order? Oh, yes. So this one is Curio a Baticure. I can't pronounce it properly. But again, Halloween, just love it. And I think you can actually order this from their site as a download. Sometimes I like the download, sometimes I like the paper pattern. This one's going to be really cute. Maybe I'll have this one done for Halloween next year. Who knows? But once again. And they actually have an Etsy shop as well, because I bought some other patterns from them. Okay. A couple other little things I wanted to show you. When I was, a couple Etsy ones. So the one that I did the little rabbit. So I've also ordered this guy here. So cute. And he's an Ermine. I did not know what an Ermine was. And then I had a discussion at a retreat and I was showing these designs to some of the attendees, and you actually go down a rabbit hole with her. And this is the squirrel. And I just love that he has a little bag to carry his nuts there. It's so funny. And these are so adorable, as you can see by the rabbit that I had done. They actually, the picture is a very good representation of what your final product will be. Okay, so I bought those on Etsy as well. And then when I was at the Stitch and Stash retreat in June, Jayme and Kelly organized it. It's up in Edmonton, and hi ladies, if you're watching, it was so much fun. I was a vendor and a stitcher there, and she had some great vendors, great door prizes, and the people that came. It was a reunion of stitching retreats as well. There was people from the States, from Canada, all over. And it was just so much fun. I met people. I've been to the Hague Cons when Michelle, hi Michelle if you're watching, was having them. And I actually met Kathy. First time I met Kathy was in Oregon, and she actually lives in Edmonton. So during this Stitch and Stash retreat, a whole bunch of people from Canada and US were there. And it was just nice to have a reunion. I also used to hold my own stitching retreats. It was called Stitching in the Heart of the Canadian Rockies. And I don't hold them anymore because last year was the last 2 that I had. And they have a new manager and they tripled my prices. So there's no point. But while we were there, it was so much fun. When I did it the first year, I had done a little sheet of a questionnaire for my attendees, which were, I think we were 8. The most I could have was 12 because of the lodge. It's very small. And I asked them, I said, what can I do to make it better for the next retreat? And a few of them, it was for 3 nights, 3-night stay at the lodge, so 4 days of stitching. And they said, make it 5 nights. And so I did. So all the other retreats were 5 nights, and it was just so wonderful just to be away. There's no TV, there's no phone, nothing like that. And you're just stitching and eating and just enjoying each other's company. So unfortunately, that now is not happening anymore, but it's nice to see that Jean and Kelly are doing the Stitch and Stash. They're doing it again for next year. Jean does the Wabanum ones near Edmonton as well. So I've been to a few of those, and those are lots of fun as well. So while I was at the Stitch and Stash retreat, getting back to my haul, I had Jeanette Douglas was a vendor there as well. And it was the first time that I met Jeanette. She lives in Calgary. She's a retired RN, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you any more about Jeanette Douglas and her designs. So I had bought this from Jeanette, and she was gracious enough to sign it. So I'm looking forward to starting this one. I'm not a pink person, so I might switch this up with my earth tones, is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. But her designs are lovely. And I have a lot of them. I just, like everybody else, I stitch slower than I shop. Alrighty. Okay. And then Traditional Stitches was a vendor there as well. And I had ordered online and I brought it to the retreat. And so I am starting a few from this series. And this one is the fox. And this one is, I don't know my glasses. Oh, Cottage Garden Samplings. So there's a few of them in the wood series or the forest series that I will be doing, but I've seen this stitched and it's gorgeous. So, and I bought the thread to go with it. So I'm looking forward to, this would be a great little travel guide, a good one when I'm tired at the end of the workday and I want to stitch. All right, I think, what else can I do? What is this? Oh yeah, that's the start. Okay, so that's it for haul for this time around. And then we did the whips, and so let's get into some of my finishes. All right, and this is where my little cheat sheet would be so much helpful, but I can't find the darn thing. Okay, so, and I want to do some shout outs to some floss tubers as well, which are written on my sheet, which I can't find. All right, so this one I finished. Oh, I did write the year. Okay, 2019. Holly Hobby. She's adorable. I managed to find the pattern at the Stitching Corner, which is the second LNS near me. They're in Cochrane, and Betty and Gail run the joint, and they don't have an online presence as far as ordering, but if you see something that you want and you want to support them, just call them. They will order it in for you. And that's what I do as well. I just give them a shout, and they're lovely, lovely ladies. So I'll show this again. Sorry. I'm just getting into my groove. Oh, no. Hang on. It's the lighting with the window. A little tricky. All right, one more time. And I'm so sorry that I I don't know what fabric. Again, I wasn't keeping track of my fabrics. I don't have a journal. One day maybe I will, but I just stitch. I stitch and I bend and sorry guys, I'm drawing a blank again, but I'm gonna power through. All right, so this one is, I believe, from Svetlana Sticker again, the lady on Etsy that I showed you, the squirrel and the rabbit and the ermine. She also does these bunnies, and this one's just called, I think it's called Bunny actually. So I love the winter theme of it. The colors are beautiful. I did it on opalescence, so I don't know if the opalescence is coming through or not, but that's my new favorite fabric, anything opalescence. She was a joy to stitch, and she also has Christmas one. I mean, she has everything that you can think of, any holiday. I have several of her bunnies that I'm going to stitch again for retirement. And all right, next one. This one I did I put the year on this one? Sorry guys, I gotta get my glasses on. I did. Oh my goodness. Okay, 2015. You can tell it's been a long time since I've had a finish that's not a Mill Hill. All right, so this is 2015. This pattern, oh, it was on my little cheat sheet. Now I can't find it. Plant kindness. It couldn't be more relevant in today's world. I just love it. I haven't framed it yet, and 2024 is my year for framing. So these little guys I'm going to try and frame on my own, but it's the cutest thing. I love the colors. It was so much fun to stitch. And actually this is variegated right here, and it was my first time ever using one of them. I might show this again in my next video because I did look it up to see who the designer was. If you just type in Plant Kindness cross stitch on Google, that's where I found the name of the designer, which I don't know now because I've lost my sheet. Okay, and then last but not least for a finish, this one actually is framed, and this one I finished in 2016. Sorry about the glare of my light ring, but there. This was so much fun stitching, and I love the framing, and it's hanging up on my wall. Wow, there we go. So some shout outs. Ones that I can remember at the top of my head now because I can't find my sheet. Lisa at Lost in Stitches. I had the privilege to meet her first time at Stitch North, and then several times at the Stitch and Statch as well. I don't think we've been to a Wabanum together yet, but her videos are great. She's such an inspiration. She's a lovely person and kind, and I don't know what else to say. Go watch her. Go watch her. And then she is, yeah. And then the other ones that I watch are the Pink Stitchers. They're ladies surviving breast cancer, at Lisa as well. And they're hilarious. I just love listening to them. I'm behind on several videos watching them. They have a happy hour, so they share a cocktail, and I'm going to do the same, but it won't be a cocktail. I love to cook, so I'm going to share you some recipes, and of course I'm only going to share the ones that are available online, and the one that I'm going to finish the video is available online. And who else? Oh my goodness, sorry guys, I don't have my sheet. I think that's what I'm going to call this video. I don't have my cheat sheet. I lost it. Oh boy. Okay, so hey, it's not too bad. 34 minutes. I didn't think I was going to last this long. I thought it was going to have 100 takes. That would be like 5 hours. for a 15-minute video. So it's been a pleasure. I will try. I've never video edited before, so if I can't list all the things that I've shown you guys today, I will put them first one in the comment section. But I've never uploaded a video to YouTube either, so this is a brand new world for me. And upon leaving, I'd like to share you my recipe. So a little background about me and cooking. I never cooked. Never cooked. And I didn't start cooking until I was 36. So I was married at a very young age, and someone gave us for a wedding present. And I lived in Montreal most of my life up until 20 years ago when I moved out west. But someone gave us this cookbook. And the funny story about that is when I got divorced a few years later, and then 20 years ago or so, I moved out west. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I started cooking in my late 30s, and I was taking some cooking lessons in Montreal. And I started to enjoy it because I was actually able to make recipes that tasted good. When I first tried when I was in my 20s, nothing turned out. And it was just horrible. It wasn't worth the time. It wasn't worth the effort. It wasn't worth the expense at all. So this book, the funny story is, when I started cooking in my 30s, and we got this when I was 23, I actually found the book, and there was no crease on the back. I never opened it. I never did anything with it. It's hilarious. Like, 10 years later, I kept it for some reason, and I'm glad I did. So, no further ado, I have been making this Caesar salad probably since the late 90s, so at least 20 years, and it's from a Quebec chef, and he's called Chef Paul Martin, and you can Google him. I did find this recipe on one website. He's no longer with us. Anyway, it's Caesar salad. There we go. Caesar salad dressing, if you guys want to do a screenshot of that. The only thing different that I do is I do not use the, I can't even read backwards. I used to be able to do that. I'll tell you in 1 second here. I do not use anchovies. I do not like anchovies. So I don't use that one, and it does call for, let's see, oh, for heaven's sakes. It's the pressure of the video, the pressure I put on myself. Oh, it's called, sorry, here it is. It calls for wine vinegar. So make sure you buy wine vinegar, and a good quality, not the one you get at the grocery store. I would recommend you get a champagne vinegar or a white wine vinegar from one of those stores that sell all the different kinds, the gourmet stuff. So it does make a difference, because I've made it with store-bought wine vinegar, and it's not as good as like a champagne or a real white wine vinegar. So this is my go-to with my Caesar salad. And what I like to do with it is I will double the recipe and take about 2/3 I double the recipe, because then I take some stuff out, the dressing out, and then I marinate my chicken. And I marinate the chicken maybe for about 4 hours, no more than that. And then I barbecue it. And it is so good. And of course you toss the marinade part of the dressing, because you don't want to use that, obviously, because it's raw chicken that was in it. And it's my go-to. And then with bacon and croutons and Parmesan cheese, it is really good. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I'll give more shout outs, and I'll make sure that I have my list for next time. And I wish you all happy stitching. And oh yes, and it's American Thanksgiving weekend, so happy Thanksgiving, belated Thanksgiving, guys, for our neighbors down south of the border. And thank you again. It's been a lot of fun, and it's funny because I have a hard time ending this video. Okay, guys, thank you again, and I hope you subscribe. Okay, bye-bye.